Why? So I gotta be honest with this one. I'm confused. I'm literally confused about some of this. I know this swapping thing is happening a lot right now. And I mean, it's happening a lot. I'm seeing it all the time. In fact, I even did my own little thing when I discovered one at a Walmart where somebody took, and this one doesn't even make sense to me, somebody went and bought a He-Man from Masterverse Collection, took it, swapped it with Faker from Masterverse Collection, and put it back on the shelf for somebody else to buy. And, you didn't even save money. Like, you didn't even save money. Faker costs more than He-Man. And He-Man from the Masterverse Collection I find on sale all the time. So, what? What? I don't even understand that. And it's not just that. But like this, with this Panther thing. What'd you save? Like $20? Instead of buying Panther? So you had a Panther. You went and bought the real fur Panther. You swapped in the original Panther. And then sent it back. Like returned it. And they took it. Because to them, that's exactly what it was. It's cat. Yeah, makes sense. And then they put it back on their shelf without knowing shit about it because they don't care, because they're not collectors or anything like that. And they don't even know the properties that they sell in general. Now, big box stores are so huge, nobody is going to be able to know everything. It's not going to happen. But like maybe do a simple investigation around the box. Maybe look and see that there's literally just like a piece of tape like that very much was applied after the fact, that is not part of the normal tape that goes onto those things. So like, I don't know, just whatever. But look, here's the thing that I'm honestly curious about. You didn't even make money doing that. I mean, you think you may have saved some money, but there's no way you did. Let's be honest right now. In some places, gas is still well above $4, almost at $5, okay? And let me just make an assumption, because I know I'm being very generalized, but let's be honest here. I live relatively 10 to 15 minutes away from a Walmart where this item was traded in. If that's the case, now think about this. I drive out to the Walmart. I buy the flocked Panther, the real fur Panther. It's about $40. I drive home where I'm going to do my task thing. I unbox it very carefully, take it out, replace it with a normal Panther, which relatively runs anywhere from, you could find them on sale for $13, but most of the time they're about $20. Some places still selling them at $25, if not $30. Okay, there's a more private store, like a mom and pop shop that I go to that sells them at $15, but I've also seen them at $25 at that store. So I'm just being generalized, and I've seen them as low as $13 on Amazon. But my case in point, you did that. Okay, now I take that out, I put the other one in, I put that back, I retape the box, I make sure it's all nice and everything's right. I drive all the way back to Walmart. I give it back, I make a return, and just go, I just want my money back. And take my $40 that I got, that I had spent to buy the flocked one, and go home. Now, I mean, I can't guarantee this one way or another, but I live 10 to 15 minutes away from a Walmart. And even if I'm going at the lower end, that's still 40 minutes worth of travel. 40 minutes worth of travel, which probably took, what, a quarter or more of my tank? And then I also lose a Panther in the equation, so my base for all this is like $40, right? So like, just being general, I had $40, and then you figure I lose the Panther, which is, we're just going to label it as $15 at this point in time. And that automatically puts us at only a $25 profit. But gas is ridiculous right now, and filling up my tank, which is not even a huge car to be fair, is well over $40. Like oftentimes anywhere from $48 to $53. So like you just lost a quarter of a tank. So like you're probably going to spend $15 or so to like fill that back up. So maybe you made $10. And I'm not even sure of that, because if your Panther that you got came out to $20, then you only made like $5. Why? Like, why do that? I'm so lost. And I may be wrong. You may have made no money. I don't know how far away the thing is from you. Or maybe you took the... I don't know. I guess maybe you could... But you wouldn't save time. If you took the bus, you wouldn't save time. I can't process it. I can't. It doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand. The whole swapping character things, in some cases I've seen, I'm like, oh, wow, well, you screwed somebody. Good for you. And like maybe you have characters sitting around that you have doubles of or something like that, or you just don't care, or like, you know, I don't know. I just don't get it. Yeah, I just don't get it. I can't understand it. In the common idea that I see, you're going there, buying the item. You just cost yourself gas to go there. Gas and time. Time is money. I mean, as ridiculous as we're going to make that sound, it is. Because you literally could have just done like an hour of overtime at work. And I don't know what you make, but if you make time and a half for your overtime, even at $15, I mean, you're still making over what it would probably take to just buy the Panther, right? I just don't get it. I don't get it because, like I said, even at the bare minimum, if you were making time and a half on absolute minimum wage, so like... you're still making like $22.50, somewhere in there, right? And that's if you make the absolute minimum. I'm just talking like I live in a $15 area. And then what? So 1 hour of overtime already netted you an extra $22.50 for the hour. And I guess that means you made money, I guess, because, like, but you didn't, because you only made, like, all of that back and forth and all of that up and down that you did. When I ran the numbers, I only came up with, like, maybe a $10 profit, and you wasted 40 minutes of your life, possibly more, because I was just talking travel time. It's 10 minutes away for me. That's 40 minutes in just driving. That's not talking about coming in, taking the Panther out, switching the things, taping the box up, taking it back. You had also the time that you spend in the store when you're buying the item, the time you spend in the store when you're returning the item. All in all, everything said and done, you could have just spent 1 more hour doing overtime at whatever job you do. I don't know. I don't know everybody's circumstances, to be fair. But, like, it doesn't make any sense to me. This is a practice that I honestly don't understand. Because when I think about it, I feel like the process is to make money. To screw somebody else that doesn't understand the product, a mom or a dad who's out shopping for some birthday gift or some shit like that, who picks up one of these Panthers, it says real fur or whatever, and they don't know anything about it. They don't realize it was supposed to be flocked. So when they look at it, they're like, oh yeah, it kind of looks like real fur. And then they take it to some kid's house or their kid, and then they give it to them, and then the kid is like, this isn't really the one that I thought it was. That's if it's their kid. If their kid has the gall to be like, this isn't what I see. There was one that has actual fur, and they're like, yeah, but that's the one, because it says on the package, it says real fur. And their kid has to be like, but it's not. This isn't right. Or as an adult collector, I'm going to go there, look at that, see these, and go, well, I ain't right. That's definitely not the $40 real fur Panther. No way am I buying that. No way. So now you've just clogged up the shelf because you've created a perpetual peg warmer that virtually nobody will buy. I don't get it. I don't get the practice. I don't understand its benefit. I don't. I can't wrap my head around the time and effort that it takes to do these swaps and the benefit that it gives to you, because when I do the math, I don't see a benefit. Maybe that's just me. Does this confuse other people in collecting circles? Is this just me that I've come across this in the store and been puzzled and been like, well, the person that did this literally lost money to do this. I don't know what they got out of it. And if that's the point, if it's a profit point, even if it's not, even if it's to get the character, even if like I want dumb-faced Skeletor, and all I found is the normal face Skeletor, and then I find a dumb face Skeletor, and that's the only one I want, so I go out of my way to like swap the characters. Even that makes no sense to me. Because you still lose a thing to gain a thing, and the thing you lost you could have just sold instead of like weird backhanded traded. I don't know. I can't wrap my head around the process of toy swapping, or whatever this practice is referred to in general, this swapping thing. But, not to sound like a broken record, with closed boxes becoming a norm for upcoming figures, this is going to happen a lot. And it is happening a lot. It's happening on open window boxes. So I can't imagine the level of normal that this is going to become. And I truly wonder if it's going to become safer to just buy from like Amazon. I mean, yeah, I don't get the thrill of the hunt anymore, but chances are they're not swapping characters at an Amazon warehouse. So that makes it safer to just get my toys online, which kills part of the hobby. Because part of the hobby is going to the store and finding something you've never found and being excited and coming across a character that you didn't expect and talking to other people in the aisles or whatnot that you instantly recognize as another adult collector, like I did not too long ago at a Walmart where I ran into a guy and it was very blatantly obvious that he was checking out the Batman because he was an adult collector, and we had a 20-minute conversation out of nowhere just being like, did you see this? Did you get that? They released this. This is cool. You know, you can buy this on its own now. And then it was like, yeah, but if you actually went through the trouble to do the create a figure thing, it was actually a lot better because it was more solid. And the one that they're selling right now, it's kind of hollow, so it feels a little cheaper. Oh, man. And then we just had a toy conversation. All of that dies if we lose the stores. So this practice is really shitty because it is creating peg warmers and dishonest product, which then makes people not want to shop, which makes people not want to get stuff, which makes people go online because it's a little more secure because, like I said, people aren't swapping characters or whatever at the Amazon. So I can't understand it. But it is happening. Keep your eyes open. And if you see something like this, take it to the front of the store or whatever and give it to their returns or whatever you got to do and just tell them, just make it known this has to come off their shelf. It has to be logged as what it is, faulty inventory or whatever, because, or grief, I guess, because this kind of stuff, if it sits on the shelves and it creates peg warmers and we can't get rid of the product, they won't bother ordering more. So it's a compounding problem that is just going to get worse and worse. And soon you won't even be able to report something like this because it's all going to be closed boxes. I don't get it. Don't get it, can't get it, won't get it. Why? Whatever. Later on, guys.
I have spoken. Take what you will from it.